Can you tell me a little bit about the inspiration that you got when it came to putting more effort into the visual aspect of your music, and what kind of mind frame do you put yourself when you're working with a director and you're working with a cast for your music?
For sure. So it's actually funny you bring that up because I have a song coming out August 13th, and we just did a music video for it a couple nights ago. And I produced the whole thing myself, and it is definitely my most ambitious video. It was quite a production, and it was a small cast, but the cast was also my production crew. So I had dancers, and then I had two filmers and myself, which meant everyone was hands on. And because of COVID, some of my previous videos were a lot smaller because we had to, follow regulations and make sure everyone was safe, which was really important to us. So my first music video was Broken Goodbyes, and that one was definitely full production. We hired a production company. I definitely had creative say, but they definitely took the lead and I just gave my input, which was really nice for my first video because it allowed me to kind of, I was like 16. I was a baby. Like I'm still a bit of a baby, but I was really nervous because that was my first song and I was scared of how it was going to be taken and all of that kind of stuff. So it was nice to work with people who did this for a living, who I could kind of watch. And even though I was the artist in the video, I could learn a lot from what they were saying and how they were setting things up and making like storyboards and looking to other videos for inspiration. And then my second video was Love It All. And we also hired a production company that I knew a bit more personally. So I got to once again learn from a different point of view and learn about lighting and using haze machines and how to layer tracks so that your words line up with when you're singing it. And then after those two videos, I was like, I think I can do this. I think I can do this without the production company because music videos are also very expensive. And as starting out as a musician, it's like money is not always the easiest thing, especially being a student. I work part-time. I'm trying to do this as much by myself as I possibly can. And so saving every dollar is like the most important thing in a musician's life, especially when you're starting out. So cutting the production costs gave me a lot more room to put money towards other things that I wanted to, like better equipment or, live shows. Oh my God, I really want to play a live show. I'm praying for live shows in Toronto soon. Yeah, so Comfort, I did a little dance video for, as well as a music video. The dance video was very fun. It was definitely a step out of my comfort zone as I am a singer, not a dancer, but I learned and I did my very best. And I got to work with my friends for a lot of my videos because I went to an arts high school, which meant I knew kids in the film department and in the dance department. So having friends who were also creatives was really nice because they could look at me and be like, that doesn't look good. And I wasn't as scared to be vulnerable around them because they knew me personally, which was really great. So getting to work with my friends was awesome. And yeah, like I'd say a lot of it came from planning, and you just have to take the time to realize what your vision is. Like I spent a lot of nights with my notebook listening to my songs on repeat, which isn't the most fun activity as an artist.
Tell
But
me
I
about it.
listen to them on repeat and kind of jot down like, oh, for this part, it'd be really cool if I was like this, or, oh, if we went up to this area in Toronto and did this, then it would look really cool in contrast with this. So, another thing is you don't want all your music videos to look the same, right? So once you do an idea in one video, you kind of want to stay away from it in your next. So trying to keep things fresh and also still my style. Yeah, it's music videos are kind of the next step creatively, I would say, after songwriting.
Do you have any favorite music videos from artists that have inspired you, or maybe any like TikToks even where people are doing dances that may have inspired you?
I love TikTok so much.
Oh, I love TikTok too.
I love TikTok. It's such a bad habit because it has made my attention span so bad. If a video is longer than 30 seconds, I'm like, no, I don't have the time for this, which is sort of like I try and read because I feel like a 5-year-old. Like I just can't sit still. It's so bad. Yeah, so I really like Billie Eilish's Bellyache video. It's like super cool and like very artistic and kind of out of place. I really like that video. I also really like Alessia Cara does one on a streetcar in Toronto. I think it's to her song 17. and she's like switching outfits, and it's just kind of like her popping around a streetcar. And I just thought it was like such a fun idea. I also like Shawn Mendes. He has his video for In My Blood, which is like an incredible song. It's him like lying on the floor. There's just glass falling around him, but it's just him like having a breakdown, which I thought was really emotional. And for a male singer to do something like that emotional, I thought was really awesome. I also really love Shawn Mendes because he's been doing a lot more of like emotional work and showing a really soft side, which I think as a male influence is like super important in today's day. His new one of his new videos, Wonder, is also phenomenal with him like dancing and like running through the woods. It's so cool.
There's so much creativity coming from our city right now on all fronts
Oh, it's
when it
amazing.
comes to cinema, music, the visual aspect of music, even like with things like technology and business. Toronto is, it's always been a huge city, but I think people are now really starting to realize, and artists are feeling more comfortable expressing themselves in ways that we thought, we're Canadian, this is our ceiling. We don't have a ceiling. You can do whatever you want, and
Yeah.
people are seeing it.
People are pushing the boundaries, which is like always something I'm here for. Like, especially I feel like with activism in the city, it's been really nice to see people really taking a stand. Especially with like all like the heartbreaking stuff with the residential schools and like just these things that should have been dealt with years ago or never should have happened in the first place. It's nice to see people really being able to come together, especially after being separated for so long due to COVID. It's really been nice to see like the city rally and kind of be there for each other and also push the boundaries of what Toronto should be.